Hey everyone, it's Hayes, and they thankfully just released the trailer for Nemesis. Why am I saying thankfully? Because I'm trying to make a theory video tomorrow, but I have no ideas because I didn't have very many screenshots. Now I've got loads of ideas. As always, it'll be linked down below, so please make sure you've gone and watched it before I analyse it for you now. So it opens with Marinette, looks like she's having a fun time, then she gets a bit like, oh, what's happening? Adrian's calling her, looks like he's calling her about... I don't really know what this is exactly, but my guess is he is making some kind of... or maybe not him and Natalie, him and someone else, making some kind of exhibit about his dad. As you can see by the portrait in front of where his computer was, there's a statue of Gaby Baby, what a fun thing to have on your home. And over on the left there's, I'm not sure what they're called, but don't like when you're in a museum or an art gallery, there's the barriers with the fabric ropes in the middle, there's like a little plaque of information, so I'm assuming everything like the computer and the mannequins or whatever are covered up until, you know, it's ready to open. Looks like it's not quite there yet, there's some ladders in the back, so they're making something, and maybe he's like, oh, we can put that portrait you're doing of him in there, but Marinette has torn it up, as we all know what happened with that. Then it's seemingly unrelated, Alia arrives, Transformers Rena Rouge. I'm a bit unsure though, since we know she leaves the argument from other screenshots we've got as Alia. So why does she arrive as Alia, transform into Rena Rouge, de-transform and leave as Alia? I'm a little bit unsure. But Marinette is looking at something on her phone. Again, not sure what that's about. We also have her looking at the picture of her and Alia, although this trailer is making me question whether she's getting Akuma size. I'm like, is it Alia? So we have Chrissy Pop, she's like, oh, something's going on. She has an Akuma, good to go in her staff, cool beans, good to know. However, the reason why I'm saying it might be Alia is just because of like the sequence of events. So first of all, you have Cat Noir transforming in his room. I was hoping he would be done decorating by the end of the season, but apparently not. Then we have Ladybug on a rooftop with Nemesis. Now, I was working on a bit of a theory video before, and I had been wondering, you know, is Marinette going to be a Senti monster, where Marinette Akumatized would be Senti, and Ladybug would be real Marinette? And then that way, Lila would be thrown off her trail even more, but now I'm wondering, is it actually Alia who's been akumatized, and she's having a conversation with it? Like, why would you have a conversation with the Senti monster of herself, you know what I mean? So perhaps what happened is Chrissy Pop went in to try and akumatize Marinette, Marinette managed to break out of it, as we've seen people do before, and then Alia, who is also upset, Lila's like, well, may as well go for her. Then we have, I'm not sure what this is, I think it's Marinette watching a video of Ladybug and Rena Rouge, but there's a green border around it, so she's watching this, on Cat Noir's baton, on Carapace's shield, unsure. Carapace doesn't seem to be in this episode from what we've seen anyway, which does seem a little bit odd if Alia really is akumatized. So another piece of evidence is Nemesis stood in Alia's house, where Marinette is. So Nemesis, it means like, she was like the Greek goddess of like revenge and stuff, so is she going to be like wanting to exact revenge on Marinette or whatever, but she keeps returning to the house as a safe point, or trying to lure Ladybug there to maybe get Ladybug to check on her family, something like that, not quite sure. However, Nemesis goes in to attack Ladybug with this light, not sure what the light does. We have Cat Noir sat on his baton, extended all the way across the roof, with Pig Ella on the left, and then on the right we have a Capri Kid, unsure what their function is here. Cat Noir also fighting off against the Akuma, Nemesis, and I'm pretty sure this is where he gets hit with the Anti-Akuma. More of Ladybug leaping around. Then we have this really interesting image of Nemesis flying, and they appear to be holding someone by the looks of things, but for the life of me I can't work out who. I feel like I can see red, so my first thought was actually Nathaniel, because it looks like a red head, so red hair, but not entirely sure. However, very interestingly, we then have Cat Noir on the phone to Ladybug with Pegasus and my son Rooster Bold, and it looks like Ladybug has given them the coordinates for her bedroom, Marinette's bedroom. So, unsure what they need from there. I highly doubt there's going to be another identity reveal this season. Very doubtful. But, you know, from Destruction, it sounds like Ladybug has a great relationship with Marinette, so who knows. And then we have the trailer ending with Chrissy Pop, I would assume, blowing out the Anti-Akuma that hits Cat Noir on the rooftop. So that was everything. Please let me know what you think, because I've got more ideas now. I've finally seen this trailer, but prior to this I was struggling, but I am swaying more to Alia being akumatized rather than the Senti Marinette theory. But please let me know, I'll read them all tonight, theory video tomorrow. So let us know what you think of all this, besties, and I will see you in the next one.